Hello everyone, this is Maan from Common Room and we are so excited to have you join us for our episode because we have a very special guest from our friends from Green Trident and we have Mr. Brian Cham.
For those who are new here, Common Room PH is a shared retail and digital space for over 200 Filipino makers and artists. If you're looking for unique locally made products, we have branches in Power Plant Mall, UP Town Center, Alabang Town Center, Ayala Malls, Manila Bay, and the Atrium of Makati.
Before we start, just want to say thank you for joining us for our episode and welcome to my studio. Actually, we're really excited to have you kasi a big thrust of why we created this space is because we want to help people to be more mindful makers na when they see trash, they don't just throw it away, they see the potential. And we've been working with your group for some time now. And actually, inuupuan nating bench right now is actually made from one of the boards that they make.
Hi guys, my name is Brian Chan of Green Trident. So I'm the general manager. What we do is, we like to call it in the value chain is we collect wastes, no? So we collect and then we process the wastes. So what types of waste do we accept? Like from Common Room, what they do is they actually collect all the single-use plastics from their contributors or their customers and then they consolidate it. And then our job is actually just to go to them and then pick it up. What are the types of waste that we accept apart from this? So we accept SUPs or what we call single-use plastics. We accept paper wastes. Just to give you an idea, paper waste can be your bond papers, folders, envelopes, files, magazines, cards, anything that you can think of, no? So we can also accept those. And then we also accept metals such as soda cans.
Curious ako how Green Trident started. Have you always been into sustainability? How did it evolve since you guys operated?
It was the pandemic. Nangyari, we're all stuck at home. We're not really doing anything, you know, you're just online. So online shopping entails a lot of waste. A parcel. No, apart from that, yes, that's correct. But there's also like tons of bubble wrap. Even I would say if you would just buy a small lipstick just for your parcel to be safe, it would entail a lot of packaging material. Right then and there, the project of Rural to start for these boards, we're already starting. It's then that we had the thought, now what if we try to do something na since everyone's stuck at home, we do a collection service.
Okay.
That's where Green Trident started.
Why Green Trident? Like, na-curious ako dun sa name and all. So, like, how did it start?
Actually, the name came about was the green for obvious reasons because we're
Yes.
eco-friendly and we're for the environment. But for Trident, me personally, the symbol of Trident for me is syempre yung Greek god ng Poseidon, which is
Yes.
the ocean, right?
Yes,
And then,
yes.
of course, there's Aquaman.
Yes.
Right? And then there's three of us who kind of thought about this idea.
Okay.
So try three.
Okay.
So I just put everything
Okay,
together and
okay.
thought Green Trident would sound good.
Yeah, interesting. So, you mentioned that Green Trident is a baby. Diba? Parang, and it started during the pandemic. So, mga 3-4 years pa lang kayo. So, starting up, like, what were the obvious challenges that you encountered when you were building the brand?
The difficulty for us was, of course, during that time, it was kind of hard to form a team kasi there's lots of restrictions, right? And apart from that, the safety of the people. There were lots of unknowns. Our job is a medyo social job.
Yes, it
Wherein we have to go to your house or your mall.
Yeah.
And not to mention no matter how hard we try to articulate that it's supposed to be clean, it may not sometimes be. And kami, we can't really complain na, uy, madumi. No, we can't do that naman. The job itself was, to form a team is kind of difficult. And then with our work, wastes are bulky eh.
Yeah.
So we need a significant amount of space to store these wastes also and then to process them. And of course, lastly is where to look for the waste. Yeah, or the donations, right? It involves collaborating, partnerships. Up to now, actually, hindi naman perfect yung system namin, admittedly. There are still lots of inefficiencies because the service that we provide is like a door-to-door pickup of your waste. So what we would do is we have two types of pickups. There's one called a community pickup and one is more of like a direct go to your establishment. If you have a truckload of waste, I dedicate my truck to you.
Okay, yes, that's what you do with us eh. Pag
Yes.
na-collect na namin sobrang daming
Yes.
basura, that's when we
Correct.
call you and then you'll pick it up with the truck.
Correct. So for the community's pick-up is, we would consolidate X number of what we call contributors or donors of waste. And then if we reach a certain amount, we would deploy that to lessen the inefficiencies.
Back and forth.
Yes, also the unpredictability of the route. If it's traffic or what other unforeseen circumstances. You can log in via Google Sheets with us in our Facebook. We just launched an app not too long ago. So contributors can sign up there, they take a picture of their waste, no? And then the details of to pick up, where to pick up, ganyan. For the community style pickup, our scope actually is NCR, no? So we go from north to south. So we try our best to fulfill everything. But admittedly, like what I said, it's not yet perfect because of the inefficiencies and unpredictability of Metro Manila traffic, right?
Imagine siguro how much of your work can be like lessened or be more streamlined if sa bahay pa lang or sa communities pa lang na-segregate na siya dun sa step na yun.
One of the goals of Green Trident also is not just to collect waste, but for our group, and there are also other groups like us, it's not just us, but the primary calling is for behavior change. As you mentioned, of course, you can do what we call segregation at source. If you already do the preliminary segregation, that would help us also, but of course the environment also. Kasi the end goal is if you separate it, it would be categorized accordingly, it would be faster to process, and walang mako-contaminate na sa chemical recycling.
Ito yung end product ng mga donated trash or plastic that they collect. So, do you want to tell us more about this amazing eco boards that you guys make?
Thanks. So this one, currently, the polyal line, we have actually 3 lines na. So, majority of our line is into boards or sheets. For the boards, we have 2 finishes. The one finish is more metallic in color. This is made from what we call UBC, or used beverage cartons. It's more of lalagyan ng gatas, no, lalagyan ng sauce, lalagyan ng juice.
Okay. Mas yung may aluminum film sa loob.
Yes,
Okay.
and it's clearly translated here in the board. Kasi it's used here. Kaya medyo metallic din siya in appearance. This is called what we call Polyal Pro.
Okay.
Like parang iPhone, may Pro.
May Max.
May Pro. And then, syempre kung may Pro, dapat may Plus, di ba? Ayan. Ito naman si Polyal Plus.
Okay.
Si Polyal Plus naman is, ito na yung made from halo-halong plastic.
Okay.
This include your e-commerce parcels, di ba? Bubble wraps, trash bags. Basically, yun yung mga raw materials used for this. And for this is medyo a baby of ours pa. Medyo we're just starting. It's the Polyal Roof naman. So ito naman, it follows the Polyal Plus na made siya from assorted plastic wastes. No?
Ano yung mga uses? Like, of course, like right now, inupo namin, ginawa namin siyang bench. But yung vision nyo, like yung end goal nyo for creating these boards?
The intention was to create a material that's very versatile. So when you create something very versatile, you do not really know what the specified product should be. Actually, to tell you the truth, we have customer submissions on how they used it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we encourage it also. Kasi kami, hindi naman kami into the arts and crafts or hindi rin kami construction. We're industrial. We make the boards, no? May iba gumawa ng bangka for flood preparedness. Kasi it will float. It's plastic di ba? Yung mga ganun yung nakakaaliw, di ba?
Tapos waterproof siya.
Yeah, it's waterproof, yes, correct. Some make it into a barracks. Para imbes na plywood and cemento, they just use the boards. Meron kaming isang magandang partner of a school in Manila. Ginawa naman siyang Christmas tree. Yung iba ginagawang trinkets. So Christmas decor, they sculpt it into a parang angel. When you ask me saan siya ginagamit, I would say marami. Marami siyang pwedeng gamitin. Kung ano yung ayaw natin na properties ng plastic, yun ang nagiging positive dito sa EcoBoard. We also sell this papel ni Juan. It's in Shopee, it's in Lazada. It's bond paper, gawa sa basura.
You mentioned a while ago na it's the little things. There are so many things that you can do right in your own home to start your own sustainability practice. And I think a lot of people get overwhelmed with the idea na parang, talaga ba, if I keep this little wrapper in my pocket, will it really change and affect the global crisis of, diba, climate change and all? What is your message for those people who are doubting yung capacity nila to contribute and help? And if ever, where do they start?
For those who want to start, it may seem daunting at first. With regards to information, ang dami rin kasing information na ito sinasabi ng ganito, ito sinasabi ng ganyan. But for us, don't have to start big. You can just start small. How do you start small? Example, if you have glass jars, instead of throwing away glass jars, kung pwera na kung mabasag siya, you can reuse yung mga mason jars. It can be used for a lot of things naman eh, di ba? Those small things we try to promote is the 3 R's. Eh. Number 1, refuse. If you can, you refuse.
Refuse.
Yes, and then what the next one is to reduce.
Okay.
If you can't refuse, you reduce your consumption, right? And then the last one is to reuse.
Okay.
The recycling part comes last now. I just like to plug in para maano lang yung awareness.
Yes.
You do not necessarily need to work with us.
Yes.
So if you have waste, it doesn't just have to go to us. There are many ways. I think in malls there are different drop-offs, no?
Yes.
For certain mall brands. What would be most convenient for you when you would have time? If you have any recyclable waste, solid non-hazardous waste at home, it may be a recurring waste item such as your day-to-day, or if you have old items, yung mga panahon pa ng lolo-lola nyo, meron kayong mga books, di ba? May mga old documents and stuff that you need to be taken away and handled in a responsible way. Please consider us. For those who want to participate, and hopefully more people will participate in the sustainability movement, or not just the movement, the lifestyle, you don't have to start big. You can just start small. It's a matter of choices, right?
Hope you found this episode useful, and if you see any potential collaborations, not just with Green Trident, but any other upcycling communities or groups in the Philippines, sana na-spark yung curiosity nyo and imagination nyo on how we can collaborate to be more sustainable here in the Philippines or wherever you are. All of our 5 branches are accepting donations, clean bottles, glasses, paper bags. We're happy to take them in, and we're constantly collaborating with Green Trident so that all the wastes that you give us may patutunguhan at pwedeng paggamitan. So thank you again, and sana ito na yung start ng sustainability journey niyo. Thank you!